What's going on, everybody? Fishing the Odds here, and today I want to talk about why I fish fluorocarbon for steelhead and salmon on the bank. So first off, guys, I just want to kind of talk about how fluorocarbon is made, or just kind of touch on it anyways. It's a polyfluoride plastic, and it's made through a high heat process. This hardened plastic is hard, so it's not like the nylon monofilament, and it's because it's hard and the way it's made makes it abrasion resistant. So when you're fishing, you know, deep at the bottom of these rivers and stuff, looking for these steelhead and these salmon, it's not as prone to getting damaged by the rocks and the trees and everything like that because of its abrasion resistance, and monofilament can weaken over time. And another thing about fluorocarbon is it's non-permeable. And what that means is that it doesn't absorb water because of the way, because of how hard it is and the way that it's made. So, and the type of material it is. You know, nylon takes in water and can weaken over time, and you have no idea what pound test you're fishing. The thing about fishing fluorocarbon leaders is that when you're fishing deep in these rocks, and you know, you have your bead on the very bottom of the river, bouncing on the rocks, getting caught in wood and things like that, your line is gonna make it through all that, you know, and you're not gonna have little kinks and little indents in your line and things like that, like you would with monofilament, you know, over time. I'm not saying like every cast, you know what I mean, but over time, fluorocarbon is more abrasion resistant than monofilament, and that's exactly one of the main reasons why I fish fluorocarbon deep in these rivers, you know, on the bottom for salmon and steelhead. Another big reason I fish fluorocarbon is because of the invisibility of the line in these fresh waters. And I say this because fluorocarbon, when it's in the water, it looks much more like water than monofilament does. And it's just the way that it's made. It's the type of material it is. You know, it's invisible. It's not completely invisible, but it's more invisible in the water than monofilament is. And that's a huge selling point for me, you know, because what that kind of means is you can raise the pound test when fishing for steelhead or salmon. And by that I mean if you know, you're in a super clear condition and you're fishing 8-pound test, it's monofilament. That's a good low test, you know, for super clear conditions for these winter steelhead and summer steelhead and things like that, and that's going to be a tough fight, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm a sporty kind of guy. I love the good fight, but for that comfortability, you can go up to 12-pound tests in fluorocarbon, and it's going to look exactly like 8-pound tests for monofilament. So you can go up heavier in your line, and it's as invisible as 8-pound tests for monofilament. So that's a huge selling point for me, guys. So density, because of the hard material and how dense fluorocarbon is, it actually sinks in the water column. And this is great for fishing under a float, you know, and trying to get to the bottom of a river where the steelhead are. I say this because when you cast out, your fluorocarbon is going to sink quicker and it's going to get to the bottom. Thus, you're fishing the hole sooner than you would be if you're fishing monofilament, which mostly floats. Of course, weight will bring it down and everything like that with split shots and stuff, but just fluorocarbon alone sinks, and that's another selling point for me, and it probably should be for you guys too. And this video isn't for everybody. This is for some of the anglers out there that don't know that fluorocarbon leader is a really good leader for fishing steelhead and salmon. You know, a lot of you guys already know this, and you know, I appreciate you watching the video, but this is to the anglers out there that don't know this. So hopefully these tips are helping you guys out. Another key point is the sensitivity and the stretchiness of fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon is not as stretchy as monofilament. It hardly stretches at all. So you can feel those subtle takes, those subtle bites in the river that with monofilament you might not feel, but you'll feel the big bites of the monofilament, you know. And when you set, it's almost like a more instant set, whereas monofilament, you have more play in your set, and that can be good too for absorption and things like that. Getting a phone call. Anyway, So yeah, the sensitivity is a lot more instant with fluorocarbon. You can really feel those small hits, and you can feel the bottom even more too. So you can feel if you're coming across rocks or trees or things like that. If you know what you're feeling. So I hope some of you guys out there, some of you newer anglers out there, have learned a little something from this video. I want to try to bring you guys with as much information as I can, and so you can get out here and fish these rivers effectively like I do. Like I said, this video is not for everybody. Some of you guys know all of this stuff about fluorocarbon, but nevertheless, I'm making a video for you guys anyway. One of the big brands of fluorocarbon I like to buy is Seeger. I've never had a problem with it. I swear by it 100%, and it's just a good quality company that makes fishing line. I'm not sponsored by Seeger or anything like that, but I just like using Seeger. One of the downsides to fluorocarbon is it's a little more expensive, so you're gonna break that pocketbook a little bit more than you would with fishing monofilament. But hey guys, sometimes that little bit extra money will put you on a fish. You never know. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you learned a little something, or hopefully you just liked watching it if you already know everything. So appreciate the view, guys. Hit that subscribe button, please, like and comment, and I'll keep these videos coming to you guys as quick as possible. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, tight lines. Them fluorocarbon leaders getting down.